What's going on, guys? Gabe with the video again. Yes, the DD is done. AMC should not occupy your life anymore. I get a lot of emails, people sending me DD, right? They're just, it's amazing. Their Tom Clancy narrative on fucking AMC. This thing has become a Spanish soap opera. With AMC, there's a whole narrative behind it, and yes, it is a short squeeze play, but each and every week we have a new layer. And last week was the threshold list. We were all anxiously awaiting the 13th day, and then the 13th day came, and it's like, oh wait, they're not on the threshold list. What happened? And so now we got more speculation, and now you go back into that rabbit hole, no different than opening up a TikTok app and diving into that rabbit hole, and sometimes you just can't get out. I want to talk about something I saw on Twitter, but since AMC, I eat and sleep less. I also check the stock even when the market is closed. So imagine how many times I check it when it's open. I watch every YouTube vid, even the bad ones. I read Reddit like it's homework. Is this something only new apes do? Is this a phase? It's a phase if you firmly believe that AMC will moon. You see, if you have that conviction that AMC is mooning, you don't need the constant DD and the layers and the narratives. Applejacks, you're a man of faith, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Right. And being a man of faith, do you need to be constantly reminded each and every day of, the man upstairs and his omnipresence?
No.
Your conviction remains the same day in and day out.
Yes.
And so, growing up, have you ever heard, Jesus is near?
I've heard it all my life.
Each and every year that Jesus is not here. Applejacks, does it change your faith and your conviction?
Not at all.
I think I proved my point on this. We're constantly seeking confirmation bias to appease our own emotions and, sort of to calm our own anxieties. But actually, the contrary is true. More DD read, the more narratives you allow into that noggin of yours, the more stress you're going to give yourself, the less sleep you're going to have. And the reason why I say stop paying attention is because that is what the market makers, that's what the media wants you to do. If I keep telling you week after week, year after year, AMC is going to squeeze, and you don't have that conviction, eventually you're going to walk away. Applejacks, has your faith ever been altered because somebody said something?
No.
You have that much conviction, right?
I do.
It's that simple. You have that much conviction. Rule number one in trading in the stock market is do not trade with emotion. You trade with emotion, you're going to fuck yourself. We have the Black Widow that's breaking box office records, but are we going to see that reflect in the stock price this week? Did we see the stock price get reflected with F9? We did not see the stock price reflect any of the positive news or news catalysts that should have sent the stock to the moon. Again, it's all about having conviction, because what this is an emotional attack against you and your mind. And more importantly, it fragments the community. This is the whole point, to fraction and divide the ape movement. It's really that simple. So let's go ahead and get my man over here. I'll get my tools. He's a YouTuber. And actually, while creating this video, I was thinking a lot about how the stock market is very similar to YouTube. Now that I've said that, my man over there, his gears are churning, and I think he can offer some advice as both a YouTuber just starting out and an investor. So we're going to go ahead and bring him on in. All right, guys. So this is my man, Ivan Villalobos. He is a fire captain in Hartford, Connecticut. Has been my friend since 9th grade. And believe it or not, I had no friends. He was my only friend. He sat down next to me at lunch just because he felt sorry for my dumb ass. Going back to that question, how is being a YouTuber very, very similar to, let's say, investing in stocks?
It's a complex question, but it's not. When I first started YouTube, Gabe told me, listen, Ivan, the first year or maybe 2 years, you're not going to make any money. You're going to keep making these videos, put hours into the programming, the editing, the creation process, and you're not going to see any kind of results. You're going to have 10 views, 100 views, but you just got to keep going with it. And then you're like, should I quit? Should I stop? It's been a year. It's been a year and a half. My subscriber count sucks, but you just keep going. It's the same thing with this stock thing. You're going to put a little bit of money in. As you make more money, you're going to invest more and more, but you're not going to see that return. You just have to have that conviction that it's coming. You got to just stick with it. Eventually it's going to be there, but the issue is you don't know when.
But the stock game, you're buying in and, you know, again, the end dates, you know, people are like, when's the squeeze? I get emails every day. When do you think the squeeze could be? And if I had answers for that, I swear I'd have a 1-900 number and you could just go ahead and give me a call. All we know is that the longer we hold, the bigger the prize, because they are forced to cover. There's no need to add additional narrative. I'll tell you something else about being a YouTuber, and this is sort of kind of what slowed me down. I started obsessing over YouTube algorithms as opposed to obsessing over my content.
Exactly, man.
I'm adding an additional layer, which was impeding my growth as a YouTuber, and I'm blaming everything else. I'm blaming the YouTube algorithm, like, holy shit, why did I spend 6-7 hours doing this video? And the algorithm just gave me 10 views.
And the worst thing is you compare yourself to the other YouTubers. So I might create a video in carpentry that somebody else already did, but my video quality is better. My information's better. They've got 10, 20 times more views than me, but my whole production was better. You know what I mean? So you can't compare that to these stocks as well. Some other stocks might be doing better at that particular time, but maybe down the road they're not. You just gotta stop comparing what's going on in the markets. The focus is AMC right now. Focus on that, focus on the growth, focus on holding. Don't worry about what's going on in the other parts of the market right now. You can't compare it.
Yeah, you know, each and every week, tomorrow, guys, we're going to have a new kid in town, the new distraction, the new investment, the new stock that's going to pump 70, 80%. And then you're going to end up bag holding because a lot of you do not have day trading ability because you have less than $25,000. Mm-hmm. So now you're forced to hold that stock. And then come Tuesday morning, 50% of your gains are wiped out. And this applies to literally anything and everything in life, doesn't it? It's not just YouTube. It's everything.
Like they say, the cliche, it's the journey, not the result. If you can withstand that journey, which is obviously ups and downs, we all know how life works.
Yeah.
The end game is there. But the problem is we don't know how long the journey's going to be.
Yeah.
Is it going to be 1 block? Is it going to be a mile? Or do you got to fly to Florida like me to make it happen?
Life is nothing but a series of short stops in a long journey. When we look at the stocks and we see, okay, it went up to 56. It dropped down to 45. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to sell on the way down and then buy on the way back up, right? But then sometimes the stock just runs and the train just left you at that stop. Life is a series of short stops in a long journey. Just enjoy the view. So guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Make sure you check out this man's YouTube channel. I'll get my tools. Anyways, guys, I'm signing out. Peace.